Sleep token. Take aim. Is it any good? Guys, we are halfway through sundowning. This is officially the halfway point. We're gonna enjoy this and we're gonna, as always, experience the how sleep token blesses us. Okay? I mean, they haven't missed yet. I don't think they're gonna miss now. I've been saying it for the past like few songs I've listened to and I haven't been disappointed. But anyways, let's get in there. Bro, just singing in falsetto is crazy work. I am having a hard time hearing him with this one, but we're gonna try to tough it out. And I'll have the lyrics up at the end. Ooh. I also do want to say I'm noticing with the visualizer this time around, with each of these songs, he's had like a different symbol for each of the songs in the visualizer. And this one kind of sort of looks like the mask. Like, you know, basically the head up of, I guess it would be Vessel or one of the characters. Looks similar, could be wrong, but that's how I'm kind of, I see like the stuff like over here is like the little antlers or whatever, like coming from out the head. That's just how I'm seeing it. But either way, there's also a different sort of like element of like nature that we see with each of these visualizers. And this one is like a leafy green, but they've had a different color, different sort of a theme. Like this is like flowers, leaves. The last one was like oceanic, luminescent, like, you know, jellyfish and stuff like that. No, it wasn't the last one. That was Dark Sign. The last one was like, you know, water and ice and all that. So I'm seeing the different. I'm seeing what they're doing. Offering was fire. I'm seeing what they're doing. I'm seeing what they're doing. I have an interpretation, but I'm also going to look at the lyrics. Alright guys, I'm going to get into my interpretation as I always do. I have the lyrics pulled up and I'll skim through it and we can kind of talk about if I'm right, if I'm wrong, or anywhere in between. But before I do that, as always, got to remind y'all, if you have made it this far, it takes 2 seconds. Give the video a like if you liked it. You don't have to, but I'd be remiss if I didn't ask. But yeah, let's talk about it. So I am interpreting this song as now we're back to Vessel's POV, right? And this song is basically him responding to the last song by the deity, or the girlfriend or partner, I should say, right? Because this could be anybody, right? Anybody or anything. And in taking in the messaging and like basically the pleas from this other person or other thing, saying I can't be around you because you take too much away from me. You're basically, you're not good for me. You're kind of destroying me, right? Vessel is now saying, dang. Well, I mean, if that's true, take aim at me, take from me, right? Not just take, because this isn't just like an offering in that way. This is basically saying, well, in order for me to, in a way, kind of like repent or make up for the damage that I've done to you, maybe it'll be better if you do some damage to me, and maybe that'll kind of help me get a better perspective of how you feel. And maybe then, once we're kind of on the same wavelength, same level, same understanding, right? I can empathize more with you. Maybe then we can move forward, and maybe then we can kind of go higher, and you can wait for me possibly. Maybe there is a common ground we can have to where we can wait for each other. But until that point comes, if you're mad or you're upset, which it seems like you are, then go ahead and take aim at me. And whatever you feel, whatever emotions you got to let out, whatever I need to understand, this will help me do so. That's my interpretation of the song. I haven't really looked at the lyrics. I'm going to skim through them, and then we'll talk about it. So hold on. I'm not going to read it out to you. I'm just going to skip through them myself, and then just cut to whether or not I feel like I'm right or I'm wrong. Okay, so I just read the lyrics, and it's not seeming to me like it's as... I mean, it wasn't really positive to begin with, but this still seems kind of selfish, like Vessel's not getting the point. Because Vessel is saying things like, take aim at me for once, just take aim and break me apart. Oh, won't you? Like, won't you do that, right? And then, but they're like, I will fire and forget. When the moment is perfect, I will fire and forget till we both lay broken. And I'll be yours. Just want to be worth it. I will run like the wind till you follow me again. The point is not to make it so that you both lay broken. The point is to make it so that you can both be better versions of yourself. And Vessel is still self-destructive, and not just self-destructive, but destructive towards this other thing, this other, whatever it may be. And they're not understanding that the point is not two wrongs making a right. Because you getting hurt is not going to help anybody, really. You might have a better understanding, but it's not really all that great. The cons outweigh the pros. So he's thinking, well, oh, I hurt you. Well, you just hurt me, and that makes it okay, right? And then I'll continue to, and then maybe then, I'll still continue to chase after you. Even if you don't, take aim at me, I'm still going to continue to chase after you. But, hey, you could hit me. You could hit me. That's okay. It seems very like manipulative, and like you're missing the point, dog. It's not about you. Not very fond of this Vessel character as we're going throughout, especially now, as we're going throughout this album. Not too fond of that character and their mindset. we all, well, I say we all know, but you guys basically told me and have shown me the perspective of this being toxic from the beginning. And it took me a minute to kind of understand that. And now that I understand that, it's not really like I thought that there would be hope that after he heard how this other, person feels, he'd have a change of heart and say, well, you know what? I want to lift us both up. Not, I want to not hurt me, break me down. We'll just be broken together. Instead of us levitating together, why can't we just be broken together? Huh? Because it'd be way too much effort to make things, positive. Maybe, I don't know, but in a sense, I've also been getting the messages from the songs that like Vessel. That's kind of like what Vessel likes. Vessel likes dysfunctionality when it comes to that's the relationship. And some people like that. Some people like a dysfunctional relationship. Me personally, couldn't be me. I don't like the drama. I'm not one of those people that's gonna make somebody upset because I love the thrill of making somebody upset. No, it's not healthy. In my opinion, you can tell me if I'm wrong, but I don't think that's one of those things that really works out in the long run. It builds a lot of like distrust and like I don't know, it just ain't healthy, man. It's like I feel like it's abusive in a way. That's just me. But yeah, that's that's my thoughts on the song. That's my thoughts on the characters thus far. And I'm gonna be honest. Whoever this other person is, hopefully they get the heck out of there because it ain't seeming like if they didn't get the picture then, as far as like they're being like literally torn apart emotionally and even possibly physically, we don't necessarily know. A lot of things can be taken metaphorically as other type of negativity. I hope that person or thing continues to leave this vessel person alone. Like this person's got a lot of growing and self-searching to do, in my opinion. Um, the song though was nice. Bro came in singing in falsetto for like the longest time. The beat was nice and tranquil, and it definitely fit the feeling of like that leafy, earthy, um, kind of feeling of like maybe like rebirth, right? Flowers blooming, maybe that's what it was going for, but this is not the kind of rebirth that I think we need. This is not how we need to start things over. We don't need to start things over by hurting each other again, because then what's the point? We got nowhere. Again, you let me know what y'all thought, but that's what I think. But again, the song is great. They always do a great job. This was like a little more of like a subtler song, but I think that moving forward, I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that things get better. But if they don't, I'm gonna be of the absolute opinion that Vessel needs to be by themselves, or whoever these characters are that are trying to come together. I think it's best for both if they kind of separate. Yeah, Vessel's got to learn to be alone, bro, because there's a lot of people deal with that where they much rather be in a terrible relationship rather than face loneliness. But being in sort of a relationship or trying to, basically in general trying to fill a hole of sadness and emptiness is not done by other people. It has to be done by you first, because if you try to fill in that void with other people, with other things, as we're seeing, these other people then start to get negatively affected by you. Deep song, man. All these songs are deep, but it's getting to a breaking point, I think. I guess we're going to see what happens moving forward at the end of this album, because I guess we're going to basically see the story of how this goes in Sundowning, I'm assuming. But anyways, leave your thoughts. Let me know what y'all thought. And I appreciate you for watching this far. Again, if you made it this far, leave your boy a like. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.